so I guess the most informative homepage when it comes to like eben Genesungsbegleitung, this Peer Modell is Mraz. So and there are all those like but because it was not possible to reach eben Roger from the Netzwerk Gesundheit, and I will not attempt it further. And the rest of the like Vorstand, the Präsidium, they are you don't find them. So this is yeah, and he has no real ties left to the Netzwerk Gesundheit either. So I think this is pretty much a lost cause as well. Mit Promentesana, it's a lot better than die dargebotene Hand. So die dargebotene Hand is just you can always call and someone will pick up, but they just hang up whatever, and you even if you would call them again, you wouldn't get the same person on the line. So there are no names, and so this is like as a so this is a number, or they mention often when it comes to those like Notfälle in der Psychologie, also wenn es about psychische Notfälle, right? For this, so that's absolutely for nothing. So we Promentesana, but the Seelsorge, the pastoral caretaker, like had the same input. So there we met up. We had a Spaziergang in Rapperswil or something. Also together with my aunt, and completely independently they recommended not to do what they did, or this pressure to cut ties with the like only functioning psychotherapy I ever had. So and even what when it doesn't work, their like advice, then they just are completely overwhelmed, and they don't do much either when it's about that, right? So yeah, and the same for with the mental hospital visit. So I acted for the most part on their advice, but when the clinic just doesn't like go along with the law, they don't know what to do, and instead of like well then they just do nothing as you but so for the Tesla oven, so that was a question. So that definition, well, part of it is that I sometimes mix it up with the microwave, but it's just an electro oven, and like all of that would not be thinkable without Nikola Tesla. So there was the jump. And next to it, this is invention of the assistant of Einstein. So I thought Tesla had more ties to like Europe and Switzerland, but not at all. So the real, like, he kind of had to, well, take refugee in the United States, and so the discoveries they were made over there, but it influenced it a lot, right? So like yeah. And so then it's I mean it's TLO is this StarCraft 2 player, and I have no idea. I have no idea what the O actually stands for, and I don't care at all. But it's also inspired or connected to that because, well, that would be it would be probably when it comes to before those so before up to 2016, so before my mental hospital, also my first mental hospital visit, I would have learned the most, I guess, from the story of Niels's family. And well, there it's his half brother died with I don't know exactly, with 20. So because of a tumor, and there would be so much to learn from this. But as our and they would have even a better Ausgangslage than. But all of them, so I tried. All of them are complete nones. So like exactly like my family, exactly like. Well, there are so many that belong in that category. And besides what they are doing, so outside of, I don't know about, I guess it's there they are top as lawyers, but outside of that, they as parents they are terrible, and they don't even think about talking to other parents. They are they are just that's like also for yeah, but it's a complicated case as well. And it was just that, so I don't that was around when StarCraft 2 was out. When was StarCraft 2 released? Maybe it was like the because they played StarCraft 1 in the Kompi. Aha, it was this Trilogie. So I guess it was yeah, it was probably like when Heart of the Swarm was freshly released or something. But I never really had a copy installed, so I never played it. And then, but when it was like for a gamer, so I had this title. I mean, in my time, they were just not fair. So when I was in the first year, we had like an Age of Empires, also Age of Empires 2 battle. So in my class, that wasn't even close, but I played with. I don't remember the name. So the Förster und the andere the Koch, and I think there they were still better, but it was kind of close. And so instead of making like a fair team, they just played together, and I had to play with the computer. They were this scared of then for Warcraft 3 there was when I was in the fifth year there was like a challenger from the third gymnasium, and I was basically already like inactive because I this was the year where I was provisorisch, so I had to quit my like gamer career. But I won, and I joined then that clan. And at the time there was this was, to my knowledge, the most, especially for reign of chaos. There were like the Frozen Throne definitely the most successful like Swiss, probably Swiss Korean player. So Dave, and also he ended up playing all the like World Cyber Games for Switzerland, but probably never made it out of the group stage. But he was actually quite good. So like in those what was the I don't remember if it was the Sotak Cup or whatever. So he made it to the semi-finals like several times. So yeah. But then we had one game of StarCraft 2 where I was against this half brother of Niels, where I made a Tor rush and won. And just from like watching, I never played Star. Yeah, but that's like how they like organized themselves to get like these hearts from, I guess, like with THC to like reduce the pain. There would be so much that would need to be discussed. It was not all bad, but they just like it was an opportunity to bond, to grow up, and definitely for his brother. It was not like also karma-wise. This is one of the few that I would like bet they did well, right? So that's and then my issue there was like in basically so in my dreams. So when I started to like do those. When I start to give feedback to because some of our dreams are not well composed if you are not like anspruchsvoll, and if you start correcting, giving input, feedback, they get a lot more detailed. They become like it will not fit in one recording, and I'm not feeling it. So like to build another YouTube channel, you would need like 2 months of activity, and I don't really I don't think that's the point. And sadly, the ones that would need it most, even those knownness, they never ask, and like there are that like. This is another. It's not possible to like. I tried everything. So they never are able. All of them, they are never able to put themselves in the shoes of others. In my case, so I have this Missionierungszwang because I know you are utterly lost, like the rich and. All those other examples as such a none. You did nothing with the potential, and it is for me not that much of an issue, but for someone like this half brother, like if you just have to let go of this family, that is tough, and so I tried. They are not like they just pretend they don't, but they don't want to understand. They don't want to grow up, and that's why we are all ja, doomed.